Hey everybody, welcome to my review of The Handmaid's Tale. So we back here again with Thelma and Louise, aka Serena and June. They still on the run. June is constantly asking Serena, what is the F is she doing? What the F is she doing? Serena never answers. Serena is basically in labor. She's in labor and she's pointing the gun at June as June is driving, right? So she goes into labor pains and shoot the gun by accident, but she almost took June out. Okay, June stops the car and gets out and she starts running. She was like, I ain't been with Serena, and I don't blame her because Serena did her dirty. Okay, so Serena follows her in the car and Serena's screaming out in pain, and June just can't help herself. She goes over to help June. Told June we got to get her to a hospital, and she was like, nope, I can't go to a hospital because they're gonna find me. And she was like, who's gonna find you? She never answered her at that point. So June looks around, she sees a barn, and it's reminiscent of her when she had her baby by herself in the barn. So she takes her into the barn. She tells her the story about how she had the baby by herself, and she felt like she was going to be there to die alone. She get this sinister look on her face, and I was like, June, what you about to do? But she snapped out of it because Serena had more labor pains. So I'm not going to describe every second that happened in the barn, but um Serena basically didn't want to go to the hospital because she didn't want to be found by the Wheelers. Okay, June says she needs to check Serena's cervix. So when she goes to check Serena's cervix, Serena pushes her away and was like, you're going to try to kill my baby. So June was like, you want to go at it alone? Then go at it alone. She walks out. So June was determined to get this car up out this ditch. She did what she did. She got the car out the ditch. So she was ready to drive off, but realized she couldn't see because Serena shattered the window when she shot the gun. So she, basically cleared out the window so she could see. And then when she went to go put her hands on the wheel, she saw all this blood. And so basically she couldn't, you know, leave Serena behind to have the baby by herself. And I said, she's a good one. Because the way Serena did her dirty. Do you hear me? So she goes back to the barn. And guess who's happy to see her? Serena. Okay. So as Serena continues her labor, June is having this flashback of when she attended her first birthing ceremony with Serena. She just became Serena's handmaid. So this is like the weirdest thing in this ceremony, right? So you have the handmaid on the floor, you have the wife sitting in a chair above the handmaid in between her legs, and as the handmaid is screaming in labor, the wife screams in labor. Weirdest thing. So the wives is behind the wife, supporting the wife. The handmaids is on the other side, on the side of the handmaid that's in labor, and they're saying, "Push, breathe, push." And Aunt Lydia yelling out some stuff. It was the weirdest thing. But Serena and June had eye contact, and they kind of was smirking with each other about the way the ceremony was going, watching the lady scream as the handmaid was in. It was just the weirdest doggone thing. The weirdest. So June is helping Serena through the labor, helps her work the baby out. And I felt like they shared a moment here. If nothing else, as mothers, they shared a moment. Um, After Serena had the baby, she tried to say that she was a vessel to bring the baby in. She's no longer needed here. She tried to give the baby to June so that her and her husband could raise the baby because she didn't want her child to be like her and Commander Fred. I guess she was feeling some remorse now that, she's kind of in the shoes of what June had to go through. I guess they shared that moment. And June was like, listen, don't say vessel because y'all thought of us as vessels. And y'all didn't care who we were, where we were from. Y'all just wanted what y'all wanted. So she was like, you're going to take care of your baby. We have to get you to a hospital. Oh, and by the way, Serena named the baby Noah. She said that he's going to be the savior of the world. And I thought that was pretty dope. Like, that will correct her karma and her husband's karma, maybe. I don't know. Just a thought. So, Serena gets her to a hospital. And of course she's frightened because she don't know what to do. So June assures her that she's going to be okay. And they get to the, June makes a phone call. So she sits in there with, After she makes the phone call, she sits in there with Serena. Serena thanks her. And what was funny is she was like, they're feeding him formula and they're so impersonal. Huh, can you imagine how the handmaids felt when y'all just took their baby away from them? So anyway, she thanks June, and June walks out. June gets to the lobby and see Luke. They're so happy to see each other. She's glad Luke made it out or whatever. Next thing you know, you see some men come walking in, and June is looking confused, like what's going on. Luke done called the people on Serena. I think that he called her a fugitive of the of Canada. I don't know if it's a fugitive or a refugee or immigrant or something like that for her crossing the borders or whatever. So they go in there to Serena's room and let her know that she's under arrest. And Serena was like, "What's going on? What's going to happen to my baby?" They was like, "We don't have child care facility in a detention center." And Serena starts screaming like, "No, don't take my baby away!" And she's yelling out to June to help her with her baby. Don't let them take her baby. June is in shock. Luke is sitting there like, now you know how it feels to have your child taken from you. June looked like she a little sympathetic, but in shock. So I don't even know. I don't even know how this is gonna go. Me personally, I felt like, damn. When it comes to being a mother and having a child and your child being taken away, I will never know how that feel. I hope no one has to experience that, but I know it has happened. I'm sure it's gut wrenching and agonizing. But then when you think about the things Serena has done, you think about karma. Like she gets to feel what she did to many a handmaid that she and her husband had. But I don't know. This is crazy. Again, I feel like her and Serena had a bonding moment, and I don't know where that's gonna go. I'm hoping that June. Well, I feel like June is gonna talk her husband into taking the baby to raise the baby. Child, if that happens, I don't even know. Because June got a way of talking these people into following her harebrained schemes. Okay. So anyway, Luke looks satisfied that Serena is feeling what June felt having her baby taken away from her. June is in shock because she can't believe what's happening to Serena. So when the shock wears off, I'm interested to see how or what she's gonna do. But again, I feel like she's gonna convince her husband and Moira to take care of this baby. And I hope they tell her, are you effing crazy? So I'm interested to see what's going to happen and how this is all going to play out. That's all I got, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks again to my new subscribers. Come down in the comment section if you want to discuss what happened in the show. Again, I appreciate you guys. Peace.